Hi there, my name is Wes Enteline. I'm the Sustainability Director at UW-Whitewater, and I just want to share with you a few different involvement opportunities our office offers so you can try to get a little bit of hands-on experience and learn a little bit more about what campus sustainability means to UW-Whitewater. There's a number of different student organizations that most people start off participating in because this is really kind of the easiest way to connect with other students with similar interests. Those organizations that we are most involved in include these three here. Students Allied for a Green Earth is really the oldest and primary sustainability organization, just because they cover a wide range of environmental and sustainability issues that overlap a lot with what we do. So they work on various campus projects, but also bring in speakers and do a lot of field trips. They're also more likely to engage in different types of environmental activism and get involved in specific environmental causes such as climate change. So they'll do rallies and letter writing. They'll go to public hearings for issues like local CAFOs or concentrated animal feeding operations. So there's a few different things that SAGE does to participate in the local environmental issues as well as try to get connected with organizations that are focused on global environmental issues as well. So if you want to connect with them, you can email them, sage@uww.edu, or connect with them on Facebook. Gardening Club is a little bit more focused on horticulture. They tend to work mostly in Upfront Greenhouse since during the semesters, most of the time it's cold outside and we don't do a lot of gardening, but they do help us with the campus garden at the very beginning of fall and the very end of spring when our season is just ending and beginning. They do various educational workshops and tours as well, all focused on teaching more about how to do gardening and learning more about plants. And there's a lot of great hands-on activities most years where we get into the Upland greenhouse and do plant propagation, plant care, and things like that. So if you want to email to connect with them, gardenclub@uww.edu. And finally, Peace is a social justice organization. They focus on issues like human trafficking, racial justice, a few years ago, wealth inequality. So some of the other social issues that are really kind of been more prominent this year are really a big focus for them. So again, if you want to connect with them, I believe they're still checking their email. It's peace@uww.edu, but they also have a presence on Facebook. For different student projects, this is another way that you can get involved with us just by getting additional information and data when you need it for different class projects for a wide variety of disciplines. We work with students, obviously, in the College of Letters and Sciences, but also we'll work with them on, or work with students in the College of Business and Economics and even a little bit in Arts and Com, like this photo here. So there's really a wide variety of different opportunities and different projects, topics, or ideas that we can help out with. We've done a little bit of collaboration with undergraduate research in the past, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to collaborate and provide additional supply money. If you want to do an applied research project on campus, we have a budget for supplies that can kind of help boost what you would normally get for undergraduate research program. Other research projects we would have available just through a proposal with Sustainability Office. So if you send me a proposal and have an idea for doing some research and it's relevant to campus sustainability, I'm definitely interested. I can also connect you with local community members and organizations that are engaged in sustainability if it's something that affects the community at large. All projects have to have faculty involvement and endorsement and to meet your course requirements. For volunteer activities, this is really the way most students get involved with us. We need a lot of students to get a lot of work done, so some of these activities tend to be a little bit more labor intensive, so having a lot of student help is really important. It really helps us get familiar with you so you can compete for the internships a little bit better. Our internships are highly competitive, so if we are familiar with how you work in advance, it really kind of helps us kind of understand how you work, and makes it a little bit easier for us to take the leap into hiring you. But if you're just there to get volunteer hours to help build your resume or to meet a requirement, we're happy to sign off on your hours if you need it. And you can find our schedules and signups on our website. If you go to the homepage, you can find our volunteer link. And we also post a lot of those on Facebook as events. So our schedule is always changing, so definitely reach out to us if you're seeing something that's out of date. The campus garden is our main volunteer activity that we do on campus. It's probably one of our most visible. It's located right next to the health center and bookstore. There's a half-acre lot, and you'll see the little campus garden sign right towards the front of it. We established a campus garden in 2013, and we really started as a food pantry garden. So we, to this date, have grown and donated about 10,000 pounds of produce to local community food pantries. We run our volunteer sessions from April through October, which is during the normal gardening season here in Wisconsin. And in total, we have a 2,500 square foot annual bed, a few perennial beds around the outside of that, a small orchard that we're excited about building out a little bit further, a shed, a picnic table where you can go hang out and enjoy the space, and hopefully some more projects coming to make it more interactive. With Upfront Greenhouse, Cam Schulze is our garden manager this time of year, and then our greenhouse manager during the off season. So she's one of our main interns. The greenhouse is at the south end of Upham Hall by the Roseman Building. As you can see here, you can see the Roseman Building through the windows. We have 3 different grow houses inside the greenhouse. A desert grow house, which is more arid, or plants that don't need as much water. Jungle, which are plants that want more water and need more watering. And then a project greenhouse, which really allows students to check out a small bench space to do any project that they want to. So either class projects or research projects, you can check out a bench space with us and then do your plant project right down there. The greenhouse was built in 1981 and looks like it probably hasn't been touched ever since by the looks of it. It's in pretty rough shape, needs a lot of renovations, but we've been able to kind of limp it along over the years to keep using it. We manage the space with the biology department. Dr. Tippery is the person in charge for the biology department. And we also work with the University Center botany interns to care for the space, and they get to use the space in return. And we use the space to grow all of our seedlings for the campus garden. So that's what you see right in front of you on the slide here. The volunteer sessions run the opposite of the campus garden, so basically October through April. When it's colder outside, we spend our time inside working with the houseplants, doing propagation, pest control, and other types of projects just to kind of learn more about how to handle and care for plants. Prairie Sea Collection occurs in fall, and this is being led by Emily Peters, our grounds management intern. We actually have another grounds management intern coming on board soon that will help her manage these volunteer events. We do this in the UW-Whitewater Nature Preserve, which is on the northeast end of campus along Schwager Road and Fremont Street. We have 100 acres in total in the Nature Preserve, including a 40-acre woodland called Friars Woods. The preserve was actually established in 1970 with the purchase of Friars Woods, and the intention of it was to be an outdoor laboratory. So it was always meant to incorporate some kind of academic use, but we received money from a fund called LawCon, which is designed for purchasing lands for recreational use. So we really try to balance the use between recreational use by the community and a campus community as well as Whitewater community, and academic use for faculty and classes and research projects. The reconstruction of the prairie started in the mid-1990s. It used to be at one time a lot of agricultural areas, and we hired a firm to start planting prairie seeds to reconstruct the prairie. This was led by a former marketing professor named Richard James, who did a lot of the initial invasive species removal and got the prairie started. We manage the space with the grounds crew and the Nature Reserves Management Subcommittee, which is headed by Dr. Kapfer, who has a lot of experience in restoration ecology. And we run volunteer sessions September through November. We're just about to start those up for the fall semester. And we'll go until basically the snow starts falling and the seeds are a little bit harder to get to. But we really hope to do more winter restoration activities this year to kind of expand what we're doing out there. And then finally, stream monitoring is headed by Ashley Roscoe, who is our environmental outreach intern. And we participate in the Water Action Volunteers program. So we monitor basic water quality measurements in Bluff Creek, Springbrook Creek, and Whitewater Creek. We also do nutrient mussel monitoring, which are little additions to the WAVE program. And we even occasionally pick up trash and retrieve golf balls when we're at Springbrook Creek, because that runs through the golf course. We partner with the Rock River Coalition. They're our local stream monitoring oversight group, and Ashley just happens to be an executive board member of that nonprofit, which is pretty exciting. And we do our volunteer sessions April through October. That's what we're required to do by the WAVE program, and those are the nicest months to be able to get outside and do those volunteer sessions. We also do a lot of student internships. This is really the core of our overall sustainability program. Obviously, we want to work on a lot of campus sustainability projects, but the main goal for us is to have our interns leading these projects in a lot of different focus areas. The operational areas are listed here and include a wide variety of different campus operations, transportation grounds, food and dining, greenhouse garden, waste and recycling, data analytics, and climate. Engagement areas really focus more on how to engage students, faculty, staff, and the wider community on sustainable living techniques and other kind of individual actions that you can take. So we have people managing digital marketing, environmental outreach, community outreach, housing, and academics. And we have paid and unpaid opportunities available, so you can earn internship credit for various majors, even if we don't have enough positions to pay everyone. We often will take on unpaid interns for looking to earn internship credit. So if you want to follow us online, check out our website. This is a great overview of all of our different projects. We also have a blog where we can do a little bit of deep dives on some of the different projects to add more descriptions and release more recent accomplishments and other types of news and noteworthy events. We run an email list, which is our primary method of communication, with a newsletter distributed monthly. But we also use the email list to send out volunteer notifications if we have to change or cancel times. And then, of course, we do all the different social media platforms, so definitely check us out on social media. And maybe we'll even add some of the newer ones like TikTok and Snapchat if I can find someone that knows how to use them. So that's everything for the Sustainability Office. We really hope we can see you out there again. Look us up online and connect with us in order to learn more about our opportunities. Thanks a lot.